Hi everyone, this is Sherry, also known as Auntie Recreates, and I'm so excited to be guesting today for Kara at the Hooting Pirate. And Kara has an amazing website with lots of great ideas, freebies, just a great selection of really inspiring things. She has classes and tutorials. So I am just thrilled to be guesting for her today and sharing a post with you. So thank you, Kara. I had the privilege of getting to know Kara when actually we're on the same design team at the Cut Shop. And then also most recently, I've really got to know her more through Periscope. I don't know if you've experienced Periscope, but Kara is awesome at periscoping, so she has some great information. I'm always waiting for Kara's periscopes to come on, so if you're not familiar with Periscope, you might want to check into it. It is kind of like almost like a live video share, and you can tune in right then and ask questions. So make sure you check Kara out on Periscope. And so what I'm going to be doing today is I am going to be sharing some information on the silhouette and how to do welding. I have had a lot of people ask for information on how to weld letters together. So that's what I'm going to be sharing today. I am showing a layout to you of a layout that I did. You can see in the title called Busted. That is a title that I did with welding letters together. Now you see the blue behind it. That is actually like a shadow that I also created behind it. But what I'm going to be sharing today is how to weld letters together so you can actually create titles and not have individual letters. You can weld them all together. So we're going to go ahead and get into the screen capture video, and I hope this helps you. And thanks so much. We'll go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, what we're going to start with is welding words together. And I'm going to start here. I'm using the Silhouette Studio Designer Edition, which is version 3. So if you don't have the Designer Edition, it's going to work pretty much the same way. There's really, as far as welding, that's going to be pretty much the same steps. And first thing you're going to want to do is click here to the left on the text tool. And you're going to want to pick a font when you're welding that is almost like a cursive or something that's going to be connected in order to weld it. And what I'm going to use, which one that I like, this is not one from the Silhouette Studio store. This is actually a font that is downloaded to my computer. So here on the right side of the screen, you can see here that it lists all of the fonts that are on your computer. And I happen to like Pacifico. That's one that I do use a lot for welding because it just welds together very well. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click on the mat, and it doesn't really matter where. I just got to get started typing. And I am going to go ahead and let's just type summer, and I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, and so you can see here, let me zoom in a little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do is make that a little bit bigger, and I'm going to highlight it, double click and highlight, and then I can come over here to the drop down on the right, and I can actually adjust the text size. So if it's something I'm going to use on a layout, maybe I want it to be a, good size. Let's try 144. Okay. We'll just do it that way just for the example. And so I'm going to go ahead and click over here and get my move tool and kind of move it around. And what you can see here is, let me zoom in a little bit. If you see the red lines, the silhouette is going to cut everywhere you see a red line. So you can tell here that because the font does already overlap, it is going to cut into the next letter. So your U goes into your M. So the silhouette doesn't recognize the outside lines here. It's going to actually cut on every red line you see. So you're going to have cuts into your next letter if you don't weld it. So what you're going to do is, what you want to do here to weld is you're going to go up to, if you see this on the upper right corner here of the Silhouette software, and this may be something you guys already know. I did have a lot of people that had requested to show how to weld. And if you can just hover your cursor over those little icons, you can actually see what each one is for. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open the modify window. Okay. And what you're going to want to do is just select, which is just putting your cursor in the upper corner, and you're going to drag it so it selects that whole word. And then over here to the right, you're going to click weld. And now you can see what happens is it connects. So you do not have those red lines going into the next letter. So that is going to be your welding. Then what you're going to want to do is, you can see here, it's the S is still, disconnected, which is the way it should be, because when you weld it, that's not going to flow together. So what you're going to want to do before you print is, first of all, you're going to want to place it wherever you want it on your mat. And I'm just going to move it up here to the upper corner. Okay. And then what we're going to do is you're going to, that's pretty much ready to cut. So because it's already outlined in the red. So you're going to go over here to your cut settings. And you can see here it now kind of bolds the red. That's showing you all of your cut lines. So whatever is red is going to cut. So you can tell that the UMMER is all going to cut together. All right. And so you can see that's going to be what is going to cut out for you. So what you're going to want to do then is you're going to want to go ahead and cut from there, just like you normally would any other shape. You're going to want to send it to your silhouette and it will cut out that shape. So that is basically how you weld. Let's go ahead and try another one here so we can see. We'll get another example here. Okay. And let's pick a font. When I do prints, let's put this. When I do like titles, or I like something that's going to be bold and something that's going to weld together well. And here's the thing: you're going to have to kind of play with it, and it's a matter of preference. It's just a matter of what you're looking for. Let's try Summer. Let's do the same font so you can see, and you can see the difference. Obviously, it's a different font. And what I'm going to do is select it. Now this one I want to make just a little bit bigger. And what you can do if you don't have a size, like if I click the 288, that's going to double. That's going to be too big. And the one below that is 144, which may be a little bit small. So let's try 200. You can highlight the text size and just punch in a number, and it will raise it to that number. So you don't have to just click just what is there. You don't have to select just what is there. You can make it larger. Okay, so again, you can see where the U and the M connect, the M and the M. All of those are going to be cut separately unless we weld it. So let's go up to our modify window. We're going to actually select that whole word and click weld. And so there again, you have the word connected. And you can see how those continue. There is no red line between the U and the M and the M and the M. It's all just continuing. So that is going to actually cut all together for you. Okay. And so there again, you're going to want to just go ahead and send it to your silhouette. And you're going to want to go ahead and get it cut. Now I don't have my silhouette connected on this because I am just doing the tutorial, but you're going to want to go ahead and click send to silhouette and do your cut just like normal, and that will all come out together. So I hope that's been helpful and helps with the welding. If you had any questions on welding, I hope that helped kind of help you figure it out and play with the fonts. You don't have to, like I said, you can use fonts from the Silhouette store. Try those, try the ones on your computer, which you already have. Dafont.com has a lot of free fonts. I go there a lot to check fonts that I want to cut on my silhouette, and you can just download those and install them to your computer. Once they are installed in your computer, then you can use them in your silhouette. So you really have unlimited resources as far as what you can use on your silhouette. So I encourage you, just try different alphas, different fonts, and see which ones you like. You're going to end up developing a few favorites, and they'll be great to use for your projects. And I hope that's been helpful, and thank you so much for watching.